Starting lineup-wise, your extra D and your goalie tonight.
Urson is in net. Z stays in, so Stahl and Gardner are out versus the starter.
Didn't want to ruin your perfect ending yesterday, but I did want to follow up on the things you like about coaching in this room. You talked about last year that the room needed to change. It's certainly seemed to get a lot tighter, and I was curious, as some of the guys have said, it's the tightest room they've ever seen. And in your perspective, is that something that you've kind of noticed as well? Is it one of the tighter ones you've seen?
Yeah, I think, if you have a little bit of success, and that's all we've had here to this point, I think that helps. I think you find out about your room when you go through some conflict, you go through some adversity, I guess those words we always use, and but I trust the room. I do. I trust the room. I just have a good sense of how they go about it. I watch them. That's been a really big positive to this year, is the building of that room. And eventually, we keep on growing, we can step out of it, and it'll be their room. Are we there yet? I don't think so, but I think we're on the right track.
I know it's a back-to-back, so you probably split the goalies anyway, but is Sam earning more playing time? Can you foresee him getting, maybe this being a splitting the time situation with the two goalies?
I don't go any further than the game we're playing, and Dilly and I talked. We want to go with Urs tonight, and that's as far as I think he's gone to. Sam has played very well. Mm-hmm. Our goaltending's been good this year. Yeah. Carter's played very well. Want to go with Sam tonight. We'll make a decision on tomorrow.
With Carter, obviously he was in and out a little bit. I know you probably don't want to get into whatever he's dealing with, but is the break a good reset for him? Do you feel he's
good.
100%? Everything's fine now?
He's good.
You don't expect any more absences?
Yep, he's good.
Okay.
The penalty kill has allowed a couple goals lately after going for a really good stretch without allowing any. How do you reset that now with allowing some goals against?
Yeah, we don't. We just keep on going about it. Nothing's changed in Shawzy's meetings. You play against good players on the power play, opposing teams' best players. They're going to score some goals. The meetings are the same. We just keep on trying to get better. And, sometimes you get a little bit of luck. Sometimes you get great goaltending. Sometimes you get on a run. We did. I have full faith we'll keep on going in the proper direction as far as our penalty kill.
What have you seen from Yegor now that he's been more?
Who?
Zamula.
Igor. Is that his first name?
Yegor.
Depends on who.
Okay.
I was told that's the pronunciation. Yeah.
What do I see?
Well, now that he's kind of been a little bit more in the lineup.
He's been more consistent with his play. I think he seems to be a little bit more confident. He might get some power play time. We liked what we saw in just a few minutes that he had the last game with his patience and his lateral movement with the puck. So as we're in the 30s now in the games. He's seen the National Hockey League. I think it's helped him not to play them all. And I think his game has gotten more consistent, and I think it's gotten better at the same time. So that's a good thing with a young defenseman. Yorkie the same way. I think Yorkie has played big minutes against top teams, players. He's grown too. So decisions with Stalzy, it's kind of what I've been doing with Z and Stalzy. We'll see how it goes as we keep on playing these games.
I was going to say, with having him on the point then and having Cam, who's also a mobile defenseman, is that something that's super critical, especially in the 1-3-1 setup?
Well, I still don't think we've solved our problems with a quarterback. I think Yorkie's working at it. I think that's one of the major problems with our power play is there isn't a bona fide quarterback that settles it down. I don't think Sandy's that right now. I don't think Yorkie's that. I don't think Z's that. We've tried walks. I think they're trying. I think they're improving. But to get one to be consistent, we need someone to be able to settle it down and see it and see the plays. We're not there yet.
I know you didn't overlap with Ed Snider, obviously, but from afar,
Wish I did.
yeah, did you, is that something you appreciated, was the way that he ran the team? And could you tell there was an effect throughout the organization?
I've heard from, one of the things I love about Philly and this organization is our alumni and how strong it is. And I've been able to have conversations with them and talk about Mr. Snider. And I wish I had an opportunity to get to know him better. I think so many people hold him in such high regard. I wish I could have experienced some of that. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to.
Apologies. Do you remember working with Rick Tocchet in Arizona and kind of?
As a player?
Yeah. Do you ever think
Yeah.
like he'd be this kind of coach and doing as well as he has?
Yeah, I don't know what type of coach Talk is. Everybody thinks you know the coach and how they do it. A lot of coaches, I don't know how they are. I love coaching Talk. I remember when we were in the middle of a playoff series in Arizona, and I won't say the player, we were meeting with lines, and Talk was the right wing on a line, and he wanted to strangle a player on that line. And me, Shoney, and the line were sitting down talking. And I remember Talk's intensity because he didn't think that player was giving enough. I'll never forget that. And I thought he was going to kill him. And that's what I've always loved about Talk, is just that intensity and that will. Yeah, that was as a player. I don't know, when I was out of work and him and Sully were coaching Tampa, I was living in the area. I know I brought him over to my house and we were talking a little bit of philosophy. He was having problems with Vinny at the time, Vinny Lecavalier. And that's really the only time we've really talked a lot of hockey. So, but listen, I respect the man. I respect how he played, and he's done a terrific job here.